Hey guys, welcome back to the Quick Shifts channel. My name is Jason, and today we got another surprise from Lasfit. They have sent us the floor mats for the Grand Cherokee L. So thanks to Lasfit, we're going to do a little bit of a comparison between the Lasfit floor mats and the WeatherTech floor mats that we recently purchased. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. First thing I want to point out is this packaging. This is super nice packaging with a handle on top, nice little closure on here. I love this, much nicer than just the plain old box that we got with the WeatherTech. So if you guys have been paying attention to the videos, you'll know that we put some Lasfit parts on the Jeep Gladiator, and they originally actually reached out to me about these floor mats, but they were out of stock because they're pretty popular. And they saw my video on the WeatherTech floor mats and asked me if I would do this. So here we are. They're kind of folded up in here. We'll pull them out. Again, really nice box. I like that. And part number on the box is an LL-JE10. And Lasfit reached out to me, asked me to do this. And I said to them, sure, I'd be glad to do that, but can you give me something for my viewers? So they've also given me a 10% discount code. I'll put that here or down here for you. It'll also be in the description, but that 10% discount code is good for anything on their website. So grab that discount code and use that. There's some differences between these and the WeatherTech. We'll talk about those. But there's also a lot of similarities. Now, just like WeatherTech, these are 3D laser fit. And so they should fit really well. And we'll go outside and check that out. This looks like this would be the second row here. And what's different from WeatherTech is that the third and second row connect together. So here, this looks to be the third row. So what you'll see, once we get these together, I think it'll go something like this here. But these will connect together. This will be the second row foot and the third row foot. And then of course you've got the two front seat fittings. So the patterns in here are slightly different. Same kind of material. High grade material. It's not super thick. It's just the right thickness. It's got a comfortable feel to it. And it's slip resistant again. So if you get these wet, coming in off the beach, a rainy day, in and out of the snow, your feet won't be slipping around. And they should be really comfortable on here. I do like that they have put Lasfit on the floor mat there, so you'll see that. They've also show you how to unbend these so they can lay out and get flat for when you put them into the vehicle. And a little user's manual, but this is pretty self-explanatory. Just like the WeatherTechs, you have the plugs here that'll plug right in on the Jeep Grand Cherokee L, right into place, so it shouldn't be an issue. So we'll go ahead and take these outside, great feel, and we'll install these and compare these to the WeatherTech floor mats that we already have out there. So thanks again to Lasfit for supplying these to us to do this test, and we'll get on outside to the Grand Cherokee L and set these up and give you a side-by-side comparison of the two. All right, so we're outside now with the Grand Cherokee L, and what we're going to do is I'm going to lay these out, the Lasfit floor mats here, and I'm going to put the WeatherTech next to them. But before I do that, I do want to come in here and show you guys the WeatherTech in its element, doing its job, and point out the fit that this has in the vehicle. It fits really nice, as you guys saw in my video reviewing these. And these are holding up great. I have no major complaints on this. One thing I do want to point out is kind of how this edge, I don't know if the camera picks this up, but it does buckle out a little bit. But overall, that doesn't cause any problems, not much of an issue. Just nitpicking, if you will, the passenger side here. But one of the main differences, you'll see that this ends right here, and then this ends here, and it's a separate piece entirely for the third row. So this comes back here, and this is all one separate piece. So we'll pull this all out and lay it up next to the Lasfit units here, and we'll have a side-by-side comparison there. So let me pull those out real quick. All right guys, so I've gone ahead and pulled out the Weathertech to compare to the Lasfit, so we can do a side-by-side comparison of the two different mats. And we'll talk about what's the same, what's different, what's similar, all those things right now real quick. All right, so looking at the front row, there's our Weathertech over here. And as you can tell, just from glancing at the two side by side, the Lasfit here have a smaller wall that goes on the inside by the center console. So that's one difference there. They both have the foot step here, or the resting spot for your foot, so that's good. And the materials, I'm going to get down close here for you guys. This is a fairly thin material. It's a bit pliable, but it does have a soft touch to your fingers. And it has texture, if you guys can pick that up on the camera. That'll keep you from slipping. And it has grooves to capture water, moisture, ice, snow, things like that that come in there. Now we'll step over to the Weathertech. And the Weathertech, again, is a thin material, but it's stiffer. It's a hardier material, to be honest with you. It again is textured, and it has grooves, but it has fewer of them as you look at this. So it's not as deep grooved. So if you're in mud, bringing water in, snow, things of that nature, it doesn't have the pockets to go into like the Lasfit does over here. But this is a firmer material. So I kind of like this firmer material, but I like the softness of the Lasfit as well. So it's kind of a toss up there. Now, another thing I want to look at, flip these over. So they both have the stays that plug into the Grand Cherokee L. This is the Weathertech we're looking at here, and it's got some grooves on the bottom to help grab and get some grip on the vehicle. Now, if we flip over the Lasfit, this has grooves in checkering back here, but then it's also got these little spikes, if you will, that'll help grip the carpet and keep it from sliding around. So again, has the stays that plug into the Grand Cherokee L. So that's really nice. I like this groove feature. It should hold it into place a little bit better than even the Weathertech. And let's move back to the second row. So again, one of the main differences here on the Weathertech, it doesn't connect. It's separate pieces altogether. On the Lasfit, it is connected, one whole second row, and it does overlap by the third row. So main design feature changes right there. Also, in addition to the difference in the design change with the overlapping piece and non-overlapping piece from Weathertech, is the sidewalls. So you can see how these have deep pockets all the way around. And it being individual, one nice thing about that is you can pull those out individually and empty them out if one side gets full of sand and the other doesn't. You don't have to pull the whole thing out. So there is some convenience to be had there with the Weathertech. With Lasfit, it is one piece, so you will have to pull the whole thing out to get it out to clean off one side or the other. You can't just grab one side. But I think the trade-off is that this covers the whole center portion. And you guys will see that better when we go ahead and put it into the Grand Cherokee L. And you can see how this Lasfit fits differently than the Weathertech does that we originally had in there. So let's go ahead. Again, has the stays just like the Weathertech does. The two stays on both sides. This has the same thing. This has the nubbins again. And this back piece, as you can see, has the checks and the nubbins to hold it in place. Slots for the chairs so they can slide forward and back. Same material as the front were. And on the Weathertech, it just has the grooves, but it does have the slots or the plug-ins here, but it doesn't have the spikes on the bottom, just slots on here. And then the front piece doesn't have any kind of groove on it. So let's go ahead, grab these Lasfit, snap them into the Grand Cherokee L, and see how that works. I'm going to go ahead and start off by putting in the driver's mat here. So just like the Weathertech, slide these puppies in there, and then you use these stays and should be able to pop them right into place. Snap, snap. And there you go. And let's take a look at this fit real quick right off the bat. Look how nice and flush that is all the way around, even up through the front of the car. So A+ to Lasfit on that. That really worked out well. So let's grab the passenger side, slap these in here. All right. So again, just pull it on in, put these into place, snap them in, and let's take a look at that fitment. Nice and snug all the way around. Good job, Lasfit, like that. So the big mystery, let's go ahead and get those back pieces in. Pull them back here. Try and do this with one hand. And just like before, you have the snaps. Go in there on the posts. Snap that in there. Tuck that down. Actually goes in there nice and flush with the seat rails. Slides right in there. Covers it up nicely. So let's go snap in the other side. So again, here we go. Got the snap. There we go. Clicks in. And push these down and over. And then over here, down and over. Wow, look at that. Look at that fitment. Gotta say, I'm impressed. Wow. All right, let's get the front piece. Try not to sweat all over everything, but man, it is hot out today. Grab this last piece. It's got these little nubs that'll go over that center console as well. So get in here, slap that side over there, we'll walk around and snap that in. And on this side, again, got the posts, go snap in, snaps in, and we have the centerpiece. These little tray nubs go right under the center console. I think actually I'm going to lift this up over. And we'll go get the other side. All right. So grab this piece and line it up. Again, get our stays and snap those in. Look at that fitment. Wow. I gotta say, if you're looking for a piece that completely covers this front end, this will do it. I think this is the piece that you're looking for. Just kind of shove those down in there, and firm that up, and then get this piece down in there, and you've got a complete coverage. So I'll go ahead and give this a couple days here of using it, but I've got to say, for the money, and the Lasfit are $169.99 in comparison to the WeatherTech, which I believe, if I remember correctly, were about $269, and they charge shipping. So once you factor that in, it was over $300 for the WeatherTech, and these Lasfit are $170 with shipping. They have a 45-day warranty, money back guaranteed, no questions asked, and then a 90-day warranty on top of that. And the seats still slide smoothly forward and backwards, even with those tucked in. Man, I wish I knew about these Lasfit when I did my floor mats and bought the WeatherTech, because honestly, I would have bought these Lasfit before the WeatherTech. I love the WeatherTech, they did a good job, but man, this is where it's at. Highly recommend these. WeatherTech are good, and they're a lot of money. These will save you some coin, this is the route to go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button. If you have any questions on these, comment down below. Make sure you subscribed if you haven't done that yet. And don't forget about the discount code. Hit us up with that discount code. It'll be down in the description. And go ahead and get yourself a pair of these. This is a must-have mod for your Grand Cherokee L. Much worth it. Go out and get them. Thanks, guys.